Cities throughout the world are incredibly diverse, yet many of the problems that they face are strikingly similar. Urban planning and development, economy, health, major environmental issues, transport, infrastructure, communications, finances, and safety are among some of them. These issues are not new, but rapid urban growth is forcing both political leadership and municipal managers to find new, effective, and accountable ways of planning and managing urban transformation. What tools are available to help local governments and urban practitioners better carry out their functions and better meet the demands of their constituencies? What drives change, and how is change implemented? To help municipal managers think through these old issues in new and innovative ways, in 2011, the World Bank launched the E-Institute that offers development practitioners a virtual learning classroom to share high-quality learning and knowledge resources. Courses currently being offered or developed by the World Bank Institute's urban practice include Sustainable Urban Land Use Planning, Street Addressing and the Management of Cities, Municipal Finances, a learning program for local governments, Upgrading Informal Settlements, Water Utility Reform, Integrated Urban Transport Planning, Urban Crime and Violence Prevention, Introduction to Disaster Risk Management, and Safe and Resilient Cities. These topics directly respond to the needs of local governments around the world. They provide a body of knowledge with an emphasis on the how-to of reforms, global content and regional or local practical examples, and a platform for interaction and networking. Courses are delivered mostly through facilitated e-learning and are also being made available in self-paced formats. The Sustainable Urban Land Use Planning course aims to provide an integrated overview of various policies and planning instruments that practitioners and policymakers can deploy to manage urban growth in a sustainable, equitable, and efficient manner. Modules include understanding how land use planning contributes to sustainable urban development, institutions, policies, and tools for effective land use planning, how to integrate land use planning and infrastructure, how to manage growth in peri-urban areas, how to promote local economic development through land use planning, social equity and land use planning, and climate change and land use planning. The course also includes over 70 short cases to illustrate the success and failure of land use planning around the world. In addition, several new how-to guides are being developed, including measuring land use dynamics, land market assessment, scenario analysis, urban audit, transit-oriented development, complete streets design, land-based financing, land readjustment, and risk-sensitive land use planning. This course has been customized in China as part of the continuing education curriculum for city officials with the Urban Planning Society of China and the Chinese Academy of Governance, and is being customized in Mexico with the Monterrey Institute of Technology, in South Africa with the National Department of Human Settlements, in India with the National Institute of Urban Affairs, and in Southeast Europe with the Standing Conference of Towns and Municipalities and Network of Associations of Local Authorities of Southeast Europe. Street Addressing and the Management of Cities aims to raise awareness of the importance of street addressing for city management, service delivery and maintenance, public asset management, land management, municipal resource mobilization, and business development. The course is based on a World Bank publication, Street Addressing and the Management of Cities. The course provides an in-depth review of the city management applications and includes a step-by-step methodology to develop a street addressing program. The course is structured around 5 modules. Module 1, Introduction to Street Addressing. Module 2, Street Addressing Applications. Module 3, Designing a Street Addressing Program. Module 4, Addressing Zones, Names, and Addresses. Module 5, Implementation and Maintenance. The course is currently delivered in English through the World Bank Institute and in Spanish through the Monterrey Institute of Technology. It will soon be available in French and in Macedonian and Albanian through the Network of Associations of Local Authorities of Southeast Europe. Municipal Finances, a learning program for local governments, aims to enhance the knowledge and capacity of local governments and municipal practitioners on local public finances. The course takes the side of local-level decision-makers and municipal staff, and content is geared to respond to daily concerns and issues that municipalities face in the management of their finances. It is based on a companion World Bank publication, Municipal Finances, a handbook for local governments. Structured around 8 modules, the course spans the arc from decentralization to transparency and accountability, and travels the less charted waters of asset management, creditworthiness, and response to financial crisis. Module 1, Intergovernmental Finances in a Decentralized World. Module 2, Municipal Financial Management. Module 3, Managing Local Revenues. Module 4, Managing Local Expenditures. Module 5, Managing Local Assets. Module 6, Managing External Resources. Module 7, Municipal Financial Performance Measurement. Module 8, Metropolitan Governance and Finances. Upgrading Informal Settlements aims to 1. Understand the challenges and opportunities of existing and future informal settlements. How upgrading can be an effective policy to address informality in different contexts. 2. Analyze the key operational design aspects of an upgrading intervention. It includes 8 modules covering conceptual framework, planning for scale, financing, tenure security and regularization of informal settlements, infrastructure, resettlement, shelter improvements, community involvement, monitoring and evaluation, and ensuring sustainability. Content is already being customized in South Africa and India and in Mozambique. Designing and implementing successful water supply and sanitation utility reform aims to provide government officials, senior managers of utilities, and technical staff with the knowledge, skills, and tools for initiating and sustaining reform for urban water management. The course is organized in 4 clusters with a total of 10 modules covering the political economy of the sector, requirements for successful utility management, sustainable asset management, and planning for reform. The Integrated Urban Transport Planning course aims to develop capacity amongst policymakers and practitioners responsible for urban transport planning and decision-making, to understand urban transport in all relevant dimensions, and to develop urban transport plans, programs, and projects that are more integrated and sustainable. Modules include Introduction and Overview, Methodologies, Governance, Public Transport and Complementary Services, Beyond Public Transport, Financing and PPP, and Social and Environmental Issues. Urban crime and violence prevention aims to enhance the capacity of communities and local governments to design, implement, and manage effective and sustainable crime and violence prevention and reduction strategies. This course offers a total of 10 modules. 6 modules examine the conceptual frameworks of crime and violence, situational crime and violence prevention, with an emphasis on the methodology Crime Prevention through Environmental Design, CPTED, as well as the various types of social prevention, intrafamily, youth, and school-based violence prevention, and community/problem-oriented policing. 4 modules focus on practice, where participants learn to design, implement, and evaluate a crime and violence prevention strategy through a 5-stage methodology and a series of hands-on, real-life exercises, diagnostics, development of multi-sectoral partnerships, community participation, design of a communication campaign and action plan, and monitoring and evaluation. Introduction to Disaster Risk Management aims to familiarize development practitioners with contemporary concepts and practices in disaster management, and to contribute to a paradigm shift from reactive to proactive approaches in this cross-cutting field of development. It also aims to establish a common language and understanding among development practitioners in order to improve collaboration among various disciplines and to integrate risk reduction considerations in development plans and decisions. The course covers the following topics. Module 1, Introduction to DRM, Basic Concepts, Players, and Terminology. Module 2, Prevention, Relief, and Reconstruction, from Vulnerability to Risk Assessment to Damage and Reconstruction Needs Assessment. Module 3, Introduction to Safer Cities, Community-Based DRM, and Best Available Tools to Enhance Resilience. The Safe and Resilient Cities course focuses on disaster risk management, DRM, at the city level. Participants will learn in particular about planning and decision-making under uncertainty and how to make their cities more resilient to climate change impacts and natural disasters. The course provides cutting-edge tools on vulnerability assessment, institutional assessment, and gap analysis, and how to access finance for risk management. The course is divided into 4 modules. Module 1, Introduction. Module 2, Technical Analysis and Vulnerability Assessment. Module 3, Accessing Finance for Urban DRM and Resilience. Module 4, Building and Implementing the Local Resilience Action Plan, LRAP. The courses have generated overwhelming demand from all over the world and contributed to building a community of practices among their participants. Over 100,000 practitioners have joined our courses since 2011. Here is what our participants are saying. The WBI Urban Practice has also been developing partnerships with regional and national institutions for increasing outreach and coverage of the urban curriculum. The expectation is that over time, these partnerships will take various forms, from joint delivery to joint development of e-courses. Here is what some of our partners are saying. E-courses are powerful tools, but they are even more powerful if associated with other capacity-building activities. Our Balkan program is a good illustration of this combination, as the e-learning curriculum is closely aligned with priority topics in the region. Marketing is done not only through the World Bank's channels, but also through national and regional local government associations, and municipal cohorts are encouraged to attend in order to create a momentum for action. The e-learning activities are usually followed by city-to-city dialogues, which provide smaller groups of municipalities with an opportunity to engage more deeply in action and reforms, and by a few selected leadership programs. Please visit our e-Institute website for more information.